Hey, this is Katie here, and today I'll be talking about what what I want on Nintendo Switch Online. Here are the things I want on Nintendo Switch Online. This is not a top list. This isn't any of that. This is the features that I want. Number one, Nintendo Music on Nintendo Switch. I know we have it on iPhone, but why they cannot put it on Switch and Switch 2? That's the big issue. Because if Nintendo can put it on phones, why they cannot put it on the Switch 1 and 2? Imagine using Nintendo Music and changing your theme, like your sound theme to a music theme, like you could do for PlayStation 3 and 4. Like every time if you move, it makes music noise, which would be insane. Come on, Nintendo, make it happen. Like the Wii opening match screen music, that was relaxing. Imagine if you could change the music on the Switch to none to like Super Mario Bros. NES. Oh my god, I would love to see that shit. Make it happen, Nintendo. Via Nintendo Music, you could change it to any song you want from Nintendo Music. And oh my god, if you have a Nintendo subscription, I would love to see that, Nintendo, but I doubt that you would do that because you just don't want to see it happen. And also, you could change the theme. I'm sick of Nintendo offering like iPhone themes, Android themes, and stuff like that. I want them to add themes for the Switch 1 and 2, background themes for the Switch 1 and 2 on Nintendo Shop, my Nintendo ePoint Shop. That would be insane. Opt for that shit, and people will buy it up like it's candy. Yeah, you heard me right. They'll buy up the themes like they're candy. Like for the PS4, even the 3DS had it. Why not the Switch? Change your theme for the Switch 1 and 2. Make it happen, Nintendo. And I will love, like every month like every week they have different themes. Like for the 3DS, PS4, PS3, whatever. I would love to see it for the Switch 1 and 2. That would enhance the service a lot better. And another thing I like to see there is more free games. Like, where was Donkey Kong? Original Donkey Kong. 99, Donkey Kong Jr. 99, Donkey Kong 3 99. They hadn't even touched those games yet. Battle Royale games, more Battle Royale games. They go on off of Mario Bros. You heard me, right? Mario Bros. The original Mario Bros. Game. Not Super Mario Bros., but Mario Bros. Oh my god, I love to see that. And also, I like to see they could do so many of that. Hell, they can even do the original Metroid NES game as a battle royale, which would be crazy. And they could do a lot. And they kind of did it with Nintendo World Championships, but it's not enough. I want Nintendo World Championships 99 for the Switch too. 99 players can play, and make it a $10 thing if you have the subscription, which would be cool to see. And another thing I like to see on the Nintendo Surface is more consoles. Like I said in my couple of videos ago, I like to see more consoles for Nintendo Switch online, like Wii, 3DS, DS, Sega Saturn, original Xbox. I'm thinking about that. Atari 2600 and 7800. Atari Jaguar 5200. They could do all that crap, dude. And also, they could add TurboGrafx 16. They added that for the Wii and Wii U, but not Nintendo Switch yet. What happened? They're gonna add Sega CD, which it's rumored to come to Nintendo Switch, but I don't know if that's true or not. We shall see. And also, I hope Nintendo eventually adds the Xbox 360 on the next Switch console. Yep, Switch 3. You heard me right. Imagine that on the Switch 3, Xbox 360 emulation, which would be awesome to see that, by the way, if they decide to work with Microsoft with it. But I don't know yet if they would do it or not, because Microsoft is not doing so well these days in the game industry because they want corporate greed. And also, if Nintendo was smart, they would add Atari links to that thing. They're gonna add so many consoles, like Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Game Gear, Sega Master System, Sega. They could add all the Sega consoles, all the Atari consoles. They can add Xbox. They can add. They could do so much except for adding Sony games because Sony hates Nintendo. And also, they could do so much with the Surface. Games every month, which would be crazy. For multiple platforms, one game a month from multiple platforms on multiple platforms, like Atari, one game a month for the expansion pack. This is what I would do it. Standard pack, NES, Atari 2600, Game Boy / Game Boy Color. For the expansion pack, it could be TurboGrafx 16, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Xbox. They could add Atari Jaguar. They could add more consoles for the expansion pack, less consoles on the standard, which I would love to see that, by the way. If Nintendo was smart, every 3 months they would add a new game to each platform on the standard and every month on the expansion, which will be good marketing by Nintendo. A lot more people will buy it. They would enjoy their classic games, and which Nintendo should do this more often. Listen to me, Nintendo. Add more games. And the last thing I like to see is, yeah, you heard me right, a camera for the Switch. And I also like to see motion. I like to see a accessory for the camera for the Switch, like the Game Boy camera. Like they could name it the Switch camera. They could do a Switch camera, like the Game Boy camera. They could do a transfer pack for the Switch 1 and 2, like they did for the Game Boy to N64 for Pokemon games. Dude, I would fucking love to see that. And the last thing I like to see from Nintendo is a online lobby for games like Halo, GameCube, for games on Xbox. It's stuff like that, like online lobbies in NSO on Xbox, GameCube, etc. See who is online, who isn't. See who is online. Online lobbies. Instead of play online, you could do play online and you can go on online lobbies. Add that, Nintendo, if you're thinking about doing something. And the last thing I like to see from Nintendo Switch Online is manuals. Little manuals, like from the Wii, how to play the game, like reading them throughout them. Like the whole manual on the Switch, on each game, each and every game. They add on the Surface, which I would love to see, by the way. Like they used to have it for the Wii. And if you like this video, leave a comment down below. And what do you like to see on the Nintendo Switch Online? I will read every one of your comments. And if you don't, I will be... I'm just kidding. Just messing around. And I am out.